I don't think it does much. It puts some American corporations first, especially ones who've outsourced to China. It gets them more ability to invest in China. It gets them better protection of their intellectual property in China. It gets them relaxation on restrictions that they joint venture in China. So for a certain number of American corporations, it's terrific. I'm not sure how American workers gain it all from American corporations being better able to outsource to China. So it seems an odd priority for this president who keeps bemoaning outsourcing. The issues that affect American workers, issues like Chinese subsidies, aren't addressed at all. The issues he's talked about of enforcing trade agreements, they're not talked about at all. So this is a put America corporations first agreement. Yes, there's some managed trade provisions about increased exports, but the only effect those will have is to rearrange the patterns of trade, with American soybeans going to China and Brazilian soybeans going other places rather than the current trade paths. But I see nothing in this that will importantly strengthen the American economy. And indeed, there's some risk that this will be sacrificing workers' interests at the altar of shareholder interests, as it makes outsourcing easier without doing anything for domestic production. This has been an enormous investment of political capital, a major preoccupation. We haven't protected American technology. We haven't protected American security. We haven't really done much of anything for American workers. It's a big disappointment. I think the most important thing we can do is maximize our own interests. The truth is that American workers' outcomes, the American economy's outcomes, are determined much more in Washington than they are in Beijing. We need to be investing more in our technology. We need to be strengthening our educational system. We need to be modernizing our system of intellectual property. We need to be making sure that our universities are as functional in supporting competitiveness as they can be. Those are the right priorities. Those are the priorities that invest in Americans. And those priorities are being entirely neglected by the Trump administration's focus on bilateral trade deficits